the two people who raped me were people of power. So my religious leader and an uncle who was seen as, almost like a god-like figure in my family. And because I was powerless, I could not speak about these issues, so you obviously continue to suffer. It would have been my fault. People say to me, why didn't you tell your mother? Nobody was going to, first of all, believe me that any of these people, had done wrong. It was my fault as a child to have allowed me to be raped. There are people who would say, you are lucky that he, in fact, wants to sleep with you. Yes, and to date, that practice continues with people of power. So as a survivor, I think, every woman's experience is personal. And then 2017, I had an opportunity to come and do a course at NYU. And then I get here, and there's this whole Me Too movement. So I'm like, oh no, I thought I was running away from this at home, and then now I'm here, the television, every day you wake up, it's this, it's this talk, there's one woman coming after one woman after one.
The charges will not be believed by 12 people, assuming...
And it just felt really I felt emotionally insecure. I almost felt like I didn't want to watch the television, I didn't want to hear, because there was so much recall, like relieving. So seeing this on, this global platform and people speaking, you're thinking, actually, it's okay to talk about this. Don't just keep putting your head under the pillow. It's fine. You can talk about it. What I like about the movement is the global voice that it has given to more women. And I think that has helped some of us to be a lot more braver. I remember somebody was saying in Sierra Leone, we should have a Me Too movement. I don't think, because our context is very different and it's very, very difficult. We don't have the opportunities of having counseling, of having support when women speak. We don't have women who have financial freedom to be able to take lawyers. We don't have the judicial system to vindicate women. What we have is a culture full of impunity, full of powerful men who could break women. We have limitations in our context which wouldn't afford the Me Too kind of movement.
So when the president of your country made this announcement that rape would now be declared a national emergency in Sierra Leone, what did that moment mean to you?
So it was really good when this came out, and I went on social media and said, thank you, Mr. President. I'm really, really pleased that you have made it a national issue. Having said that, we can speak all we want to speak. If we don't put the structures in place to actually implement the laws that we're talking about, then it becomes useless. The other thing is we need to be able to have survivors' voices. Who Nassu really is, that you might not really... I am currently doing my 50th speaker series. Girls and women. For me, my healing is actually taking my story as a preventative platform into schools. We need to prevent these children from getting into the situation that I got into. We need to let them know that now, there are laws, they can report. Sometimes have sleepless nights about this. How are we going to have more women in politics? How are we going to have women leaders when our girls cannot finish secondary education because somebody has decided to violate them and get them pregnant? I have found so much support by working with these young people. I have not paid much attention to the adults who didn't believe my story when I eventually broke it out on social media, because I have a constituency who I care about, and they believe my story and they trust me.